for yet another stream. This may be a bit wild because the team of Subnautica are working on Subnautica 2. And they just released a Q&A for their new game Subnautica 2, which I'm hyped for. I enjoyed the first game. It was scary, but it was also quite fun. So let's see what they're about to cook up, or what they're cooking up for this next game.
Hello, Subnauts. I'm Donya, the community manager for Unknown Worlds.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Scott, or you might know me as Abraxas, the creative producer.
The response to our first Subnautica 2 devlog has been
team
overwhelming.
themselves.
We've been reading through tens of thousands of comments that you left for us, and as you might be able to tell by the title of the video, today we're going to answer a few of your most common questions.
Yeah, hang on.
And we want to thank you all for your enthusiasm and excitement for Subnautica 2. While we might not be able to get to everything you want answered today, stay tuned for more Q&A videos.
Why is it not?
The answers today reflect current development, so make sure to follow us across.
Reload this. Come here. Don't make me come over there. You're gonna make me come over there. Hang on.
Hello.
Eating more food. Have water. You need to learn that you're not gonna get everything. You're gonna learn that you don't usually get everything just by meowing. Okay? Oh, I know. I learned the same way. You don't get everything just by crying.
Subnotes, I'm Donya, the community manager for Unknown Worlds.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm Scott, or you might know me as Abraxas, the creative producer.
Nice to meet you.
The response to our first Subnautica 2 devlog has been overwhelming.
We've
been reading through tens of thousands of comments that you left for us, and as you might be able to tell by the title of the video, today we're going to answer a few of your most common questions.
And we want to thank you all for your enthusiasm and excitement for Subnautica 2. While we might not be able to get to everything you want answered today, stay tuned for more Q&A videos in the future.
We definitely will.
The answers today reflect current development, so make sure to follow us across our social channels and our Discord to stay up to date. We're at Subnautica on X, TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram, and YouTube.
And this comes from Subnautica themselves, like the Unknown Worlds.
So, Donya, when is Subnautica 2 Early Access coming out?
Ooh.
Great question. We understand that you really want to know the release date for Subnautica 2. We're not quite ready to share one just yet, but stay tuned to all of our social channels and on our official Discord to be among the first to hear when it's available later in 2025.
Hell yeah.
Here's another one that people have been asking a lot. Will Subnautica 2 be on PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch?
Well, currently we're working on the early access release on platforms that support game preview or early access programs. So that's PC and Xbox. We do plan to bring it to other platforms, but when the time is right.
They did that with the other games. When Subnautica Below Zero came out, it was originally on Steam, and then we'll release it on PlayStation.
So we've been getting a lot of really big questions, and one of those for Subnautica 2 is there multiplayer or co-op in Subnautica 2?
Apparently this...
Yes. So
Yeah.
while Subnautica 2 is being crafted as a single-player experience, you can optionally play it in cooperative multiplayer with up to 3 friends.
Whoa.
So that equals 4 total players, including yourself. But you can still dive into Subnautica 2 as a solo player.
We'll definitely do
On the
that.
subject of multiplayer, Scott, will there be local split screen?
So while we won't be doing local split screen play, we will be supporting cross-play between both Xbox and PC platforms.
Oh.
And so yes, that means that if you're playing on PC, you can play with your friends on Xbox consoles.
I assume that's the same with PlayStation.
And one of the big questions I think people have been asking Donya is, how much will it cost, and is early access free?
So like Subnautica and Below Zero, Subnautica 2 Early Access will be a paid experience. If you are an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, Early Access will be available on day 1. As for how much it will cost, we will be announcing that at a later date, but please keep in mind that our Early Access price will be lower than it will be at full release.
Ooh.
Okay. Another one for all of our VR fans.
Uh-oh.
Will VR be supported?
I never played...
You know, while we're big fans of VR, and I have loads of headsets myself, we're not currently working on VR support, but who knows what could happen in the future. I think one of the questions we've got from players as well is, where's the setting? Is it still set on planet 4546b like the original games? What do you think?
I never played Subnautica in VR. I mean, I kind of did, but it was a while ago, way before I started doing the series on the channel. And I did not really enjoy it. I think, honestly, for me, a good VR experience uses the motion controllers to their extent. Like, being able to actually point the scanner and sort of actually, like, swing your knife, actually doing things. Because right now, you're just using the controller.
Think, Dom?
No. So Subnautica 2 is actually set on a brand new world with all new mysteries, creatures, and experiences. So while you won't find the same things that you found in Subnautica or Below Zero, you will have some of your favorite tools, but improved.
So we're to see something worse than we're to see something a lot worse than the Leviathans, than the Reaper Leviathans. Uh-oh.
Okay, here's another big one. Will it support mods?
Ooh.
Like with VR support, right now, our focus and efforts are on making Subnautica 2 the best possible game and experience it can be for our players. Our studio was formed from a Half-Life mod called Natural Selection, so whilst we appreciate and respect all of the work our modding community do, official modding support during early access isn't something we're planning for.
Yeah.
But we are excited to see what the modding community come up with during that time anyway.
Oh.
So moving on from questions, let's move to features people have been requesting, such as co-op with proximity voice chat, Donya?
Oh, God.
So Proximity chat for co-op is a request that we've been hearing a lot across all of our channels. This is something that we'll need to take our time investigating.
Yeah.
But while we're digging into that, we're sure that you'll be able to enjoy voice chat via Discord and other platform-based options at launch. Okay. Things that people want to know as well, map size and depth compared to the previous 2 games.
Oh, that's a good one. The playable map size will be bigger than what we originally launched in early access with on the original Subnautica, and even below Zero's early access release. But just how big and how deep you'll be able to go over the course of early access, we're not exactly sure yet. The entire world is being handcrafted by a talented team of world designers and environment artists, and they're pouring everything into the world right now. We're aiming for this to be the biggest and most exciting Subnautica game ever once we hit 1.0 in a few years' time.
Oh no. Oh, a few years.
And how would you navigate that world? Well, with vehicles. And we've had a lot of people reach out about the Cyclops and Seamoth and even the Sea Truck from Below Zero. What do you think, Donya? Are they going to show up in Subnautica 2?
So we know how beloved and iconic the Cyclops and Seamoth are. We've heard and read all about your love and appreciation for them, and we love and appreciate them too. But while they won't be returning for Subnautica 2, we're working on new vehicles that are designed in the same spirit, just more suited to the brand new environment they need to navigate. And though a big sub won't be ready for the start of early access, know that the team is hard at work behind the scenes crafting one. Speaking of crafting bases and base building specifically.
Oh no.
What is that going to be like in Subnautica 2?
Yeah, we all know you love base building. You may have caught a tiny glimpse of some of that during our first early access vlog, and we've been working on making base building better with more customization than ever before. You'll be able to make bases with shapes and in ways that you've always wanted, whilst keeping the same beautiful Subnautica aesthetic. We can't wait to see
be interesting.
What awesome bases you're all going to create.
Trying to craft all that.
And create you will. But what about character customization? What do you think, Donya? Are we going to have character customization?
So at early access launch, you'll be able to select from a handful of pre-designed characters, but we do know how important it is, especially with multiplayer, to have some freedom to express yourself as your character. And while that won't be something that we'll be introducing early on in the early access journey, it is something that we're keeping in mind.
Hell yeah. Dude, I'm excited for this.
So this next section doesn't really fall under questions or feature requests. I think it's more like general concerns or feelings that people are having about just the general Subnautica series. And so one thing we've been hearing a lot is that, players want Subnautica 2 to feel more like the original Subnautica, so Subnautica 1.
Yeah, we've heard from many of you that you want the game to feel more like the first experience on the first Subnautica, and we've learned a lot of lessons from Subnautica and Below Zero, and we're pretty confident that we're improving on both to make sure Subnautica 2 is a fitting follow-up to those games.
Yeah.
We're focusing on all of the amazing moments that the power of player discovery can deliver, as well as creating the atmosphere that provides the same sense of awe as diving in for the first time did. We're also returning to having a silent protagonist in Subnautica 2, but that doesn't mean that we won't have the opportunity to showcase some amazing voice acting in PDA entries and in other areas. And we've heard that you're all excited about multiplayer, but worried that it could dilute the Subnautica experience. What can you say about that, Donya?
Yeah, I mean, Subnautica 2 is being crafted as a single player experience that you can optionally invite your friends to play alongside you. So while we're trying to create those feelings of isolation and terror that were beloved in both Subnautica and Below Zero, how that will feel in multiplayer is something that we won't really be able to predict. Everyone's experience in multiplayer will be different. But if that feeling of like isolation and terror is kind of the most important thing to you, you can always jump back into single player mode to preserve that feeling.
Well, that's everything we've got time for today, so let's wrap things up.
Here's the real question. Multiplayer, do you spawn in the same sort of area? Or do you end up spraying? Thank you. Here's the real question, guys. That's not a question. Multiplayer, do you split up, or are we finding each other?
I want to thank you, the community, for joining us on the journey towards Subnautica 2 Early Access.
And don't forget, you can still ask us more questions and provide feedback or any thoughts that you're having about Subnautica 2 on our official Discord and across all of our other social platforms.
And we do have a new dev vlog on the way, so keep an eye out for that in the coming weeks.
So stay curious and keep diving.
Alright, well there's that for everyone. And let's try and play ourselves some GD Guesser. Never mind, Geometry Dash is just gonna crash. And speaking of Subnautica, I have it downloading because I do want to get back into hardcore mode. Yeah, you heard that right. I'm gonna go back into hardcore mode. Yeah. Alright. GD Guesser. Alright. Let's go. Super level. It's a 7-star. Have fun. So we have to guess the date this was released. So this is a 2.1 level. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go June. No, July. Oh. Hang on. Can I... Oh, you have to guess the date of this? Alright. There we go. Level 5. Oh, this is a 1.0 level. No? One 1.3. Okay. When was 1.3? Wait. No, 1.2? Ah. One 1.1. So when was it? (2013). So it's after September. Let's go. Okay, I wasn't far off. Let's go. Infiltration. Sun not allowed for use. Okay. This was around Theory of Everything time. So yeah, 1.9. When was 1.9?
Stressed out of my fucking mind, dealing with this shit online. All that I do
2014.
I can't seem to get by. It happens every single time. I don't know how to even try my eyes when all I do is cry and eat and sleep and more.
It was around November. I'm gonna go a month later. Oh, I was off by a year. Real Auto. 1.0? No. Yeah. Wait. One point three. 1.3 added the mirror portals.
I'm stressed out of my fucking mind, dealing with this shit online. All that
Off by almost a month.
I can't seem to get by.
Checkmate. So this is let's got some color. Color wasn't a thing until electrodynamics. .3. No. When was the UFO added? Is that 1.5 thing?
I'm stressed out of my fucking mind, dealing
Yeah.
with this shit online. All that
When was 2014?
I can't seem to get by. It happens every single time. I don't know how to even try.
When was 1.6 released? 2014. So it was between January and March. I'm gonna go February. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. 2.0. Yeah. Okay, so 2.1 was 2017. I'm gonna go 2017. January 2017. Okay, so 2016. I'm gonna go here. Okay. Avengers Assemble. $1.9. $1.9. This was a 2016 thing. Here we go. Yeah. Aska. I can't see anything. Okay, there's a speed change. $1.9. Here. I was off by a month. Shipyard. 1.9. Two point oh. Man. Hurricane. 2.0. No, 1.9. Yeah, that's a 1.9 level. No. UFO. We go here. Go. Oh God. This is a 1.9, right? You only see those blocks. Stuff like theory of everything. Yeah. Make sure I'm still on. Yeah. I was off by a day and a year. By one. Alright. Thank you guys for watching.